This week, from the internet. It's a small world after all, especially after corporate conglomerates bought up every media company and entertainment provider. Plus, smoke 'em if you got 'em. The House of Mouse drops the hammer on Super7 series to cigarette accessories. So sorry. And Ronald goes back to the well for another Mickey-themed Happy Meal. We'll take double fries, but hold the QR code. Oh boy, gee. Hot dogs, that sure is swell gosh. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man that you can take out of Disney, but you can't take the Disney out of him, Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right. You'll never take it from me.
You can't
Never.
pry it from my cold, dead hands. So you just got back from a week at the happiest place on earth.
Yes.
Are you the happiest man on earth to be back? How was your trip? Was it fun?
mean, I'm happy to be back. That's for sure.
Sure. Is it as
It's definitely
magical as it has been in the
trip.
past?
No, I think the last time I went was definitely the most magical. This falls somewhere in between the last two trips, where I said I'd never go back, and then I'd said, let's go do it again because it was so fun.
Yeah.
So this found its way right into the middle, partly just due to the fact that, my son was there and wasn't there before.
Sure. Yeah.
Extra kid, but different experiences overall. One of the kids was old enough to ride on the rides this time, for the most part. So rider swap wasn't just like a lonely join another family affair. Everything's still, not everything's still there. It's odd. It's like Disney Light. So certain shops aren't opened.
Why?
There's different. It's a good question. I don't know if it's staffing, but
no.
like vendor shops, food shops, that kind of stuff are either closed or on reduced hours. The park system is weird. The Disney Genie is an odd thing that you have to
Did you
pay
get that?
into.
Did you get the lightning lane or whatever it is?
So we did do the lightning lane and the Disney Genie for, I think, the Magic Kingdom days.
Sure.
So we would hop around and go to rides that had like a 20-minute wait and then get the lightning lane for that. Because it was convenient for the kids and the kids could actually go on the rides.
Yeah.
I did pay for the Lightning Lane Plus for Rise of the Resistance.
Sure.
The Ratatouille ride and the Avatar Flight of Passage.
Oh my God.
I know.
How much did you pay just for fast passes for your trip?
Just for fast pass. Oh God.
Just for
it must
fast
have been
passes.
well over $200, I'd say.
Oh my God.
It's absurd, but you know what? It's
no.
it's the cost of waiting in line with a 5-year-old that just doesn't understand why we're waiting in line.
Right. Did they work? Did you feel like you got on very quickly?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I would say based off of the amount of wait time there was for a specific ride. So say Rise of the Resistance was 80 minutes long. Yeah. I think you'd expect to stay. I waited in line for like 15 to 20 minutes for the lightning lane.
Okay.
So people do buy into it, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, you look at some, what was it? The Tower of Terror, that was 90 minutes every single day. Flight of Passage was still clocking in at over 100 minutes per day for a wait time. Yeah. So it's like, who wants to wait in that?
Right.
But it was enjoyable enough. The weather was good.
Oh yeah, you got a great week. Yeah.
That was a really good thing. No rain.
Nope, none.
The amenities were really nice. The hotel, we tried to take advantage of that as much as possible.
You were at Fort Wilderness?
We were at the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have the giraffe come right into your window?
It didn't. We were on the 5th floor. The first 2 days we had a pool view, which was very annoying because, it's just the pool's open till 11 o'clock at night.
Sure.
And people still get very rowdy, so you would hear it. You'd hear it right from your window. And then the last 5 days of it, we had almost like a back portion of a savanna view. So we did get to see animals, but we also got to see like the holding pen where they like vaccinate or do medical treatment on the animals itself.
That's interesting.
It was interesting. It was. But
that's good.
Like overall, I mean, I don't know. It seems like Disney needs like an update because a lot of it just looked dirty and like underkept. Like they're doing the best they can, but there's like the paint starting to peel a little bit.
Sure, too many. Well, they have a lot of big projects going on. Maybe the little things are slipping through the cracks.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's showing its age a little bit, I would say.
Sure. Yeah. And that used to be part of the charm, but now when you have 1 million people shoulder to shoulder, no downtime, there's just not that time.
Right.
They had those pandemic months where they were closed. They should have used that time to update what they could, but doesn't seem like it worked. Yes. Doesn't seem like it happened. Well, that's good. No. We're glad to have you back in your normal background. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say it didn't really affect the show last week because like you were here, we did the show. We did. Consummate professional that you are, made it happen.
I try.
Yeah, it was good.
I will say one thing too.
Sure.
About the trip. Mm-hmm. Merchandise seemed like it was very lackluster.
Oh no.
In terms of variety, I always take the time to do the Build-A-Droid. I know they took that away because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I always usually use the Disney trips to kind of pad the Astromech inventory of action figures. And this time they should have had those blind box droids. Yeah. They didn't have any of those. They did have the 5 droid pack from the Batu location that are just kind of behind the fence. No. They were the
Astromech
Black Series. Yeah, I didn't see any Black Series down there, which was odd.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Finally sold through those.
I think so. Yeah, it's just the little ones that came like that.
Those are the ones that like hang out outside the droid depot.
They are. So there's 5 of them. Mm-hmm. There's that one that looks like he's from the. It's this guy right here. It looks like he's from something completely different.
He's so chonk. Yeah,
he is. Yes,
he's my favorite.
My kid loves them though because they all come apart, so you can like pull them apart and rebuild them and everything. So that was a lot of fun. It kept him really busy because he's having such a tough time. But a big one they had I love Gonk droids and the power droid for whatever reason. They have these wind up power droids in 2 colors. They have a gray and a blue. I got both, but they wind up, but they also are electronic.
Ooh. Oh, they gonk.
They gonk. Ooh. And they stomp.
That's fun. Are those in scale with the like the vintage collection stuff?
And I would say they're closer in scale with Black Series. To be honest
really?
With
okay.
You.
Oh, they're bigger.
Yeah, they are bigger.
Quick note: someone in the live chat asked if you're supposed to be able to hear the co-host, and not yet. I'm working on that technology. I keep forgetting. So in the future, but you'll be able to see all of this when I start posting it next week, and then the podcast in full goes up by the end of the week. But no, if you're only gonna hear me if you're watching us live. This is just like a behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's fun. I am in no rush to go back to Disney, especially with a 6 month old, not 6 month year old. That doesn't make any sense. Plus the 5-year-old is just a terror right now, and he does not deserve any treats like Disney. So,
sure.
Looking forward to
that. So yeah, it just seemed odd. A lot of you mentioned the Avatar stuff. My daughter's really into Avatar now, which is funny.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that
but
happen?
You mentioned they got. We rode she was petrified of the ride at first, so we had to get off of it. And then
Sure.
I bought the Lightning Lane because she had done Soarin', and she had no issue with Soarin'. So I was like, this is pretty much the exact same thing.
No, it's
So
not.
she got on. It's close enough.
But you have to sit on that weird, like you're on a motorcycle.
That weird chair, that weird
Yeah.
full body blood testing machine.
But you
pressure
lean
machine.
forward, don't you? Or is it you're
You
kind of
do.
like upward?
Yeah, you're
and
on like
I
a
don't know.
motorcycle. You're on like a motorcycle.
I was very uncomfortable on that. I don't know why they had to make it like that.
Well, she loved that. And so much so we got into the gift shop and she was like, I want this, I want this, and I want this. And I was
Wow.
like, goodness gracious. I saw what you meant when they said that they shut down the 3D printing
Yeah.
station
Due to
there.
lack of interest.
Right. But now they have $50 1/6 scale figures out.
Okay.
And they're fully posable and they come with different outfits that you can like create custom outfits for these characters here, this family of avatars or Navi or whatever they are.
Yeah.
But they're $50, and I was like, they're in scale with Barbie, and I was like, you know what, Eloise might really like this, and I was like, wait, how much are these? $50.
Yeah.
$50.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes.
Too much.
So she wound
Too
up with a
much, one might say.
$35 stuffed animal. I mean, I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
Yeah.
They still have the little flying creature that sits on your shoulder, and you can like puppeteer
They
it a little bit.
They do that, and they still do the ceremony for it, but you have to ask.
Ooh. We got one for Christmas, but our Charlie's grandparents got it from the Disney outlet. So
Oh, sure.
we didn't get the whole experience with it, but the actual like toys, it's pretty cool. I like it.
The strangest thing I did see down there, so there's a big draw towards the lightsaber, not the build your own lightsaber experience, but the legacy lightsabers, which are the lightsabers that are, you know, from the media, so from like Star Wars, Clone Wars, that they belong to the specific Jedi.
Yeah.
So in order to buy anything into that shop, which is like Doc Ondor's like Den of Antiquities and Oddities, whatever it is, if you buy, you have to wait in line outside. In order, you can go in and look at stuff, but you can't buy it. You have to wait outside. And then they walk you up to a glass case.
Yeah.
And they have you, it's like, you're like looking at like paraphernalia. It's odd. It's like really strange. But
people are into that.
They're into that. I didn't partake. I spent very little on myself in the park. I kind of went more towards the food route this time. Enjoyed some of the stuff that I would never really try.
Did you see any of the people who are in the hotel parading around? Did you see their group?
No. What's this?
You know, the Star Wars hotel? Like, did you see that group out and about?
Oh, no, I didn't see that group out and about. If I did,
I
they were
wondered if
very
it was-
well disguised.
I was like, can you tell? Can you, like, they should have like a leader, and then they get to like cut the line. So you see like people booing them.
Is there like a special pin they're wearing?
I do think they have a lanyard or some sort of thing so people can't pretend to be in that group.
I know when you build your own lightsaber, you get a pin that's specific to the type of lightsaber. So that the Jedi Master who's helping you create them can get the specific items for you.
That's cool.
But
I
we went late enough. Yeah.
No,
we
go
went
ahead.
late enough that we didn't notice any of that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they could have brought it midday. That whole park is just like pure sun. Like, you can't enjoy anything. It's
There's
just
no
like
awnings.
scorching heat.
Yeah, it's bad. It's rough. It is. That is. I mean, they should have just made it Tatooine because it is like there are two suns up above you.
Oh yeah.
I sent you a link earlier. This is a new product that is out at Disneyland, although I think it wasn't supposed to be out yet, but people saw it, played with it. It's the Camtano. Is that how you pronounce it?
the Camptono, the ice cream maker.
The ice cream maker from Empire that they then brought back in The Mandalorian, and it's a safe. That's why he was running away with it when the Empire was attacking. He wasn't saving his ice cream. He was saving all of his precious jewels and money in there. So now you can buy your own. It's electronic. It opens up, has beeps, boops, bops, and all that. I imagine this will be out Hollywood Studios at some point. It apparently was not supposed to be out yet on shelves. I don't know how that happens, but people have video of it. So it's a kind of, I mean, it's pretty cool. Do you think you would get this?
That's $50. It's a pretty decent looking prop. I'd get that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a prop. 1-to-1 opens up, pops open.
Pretty much. No, you'd have a lot of Mandalorian cosplayers grabbing that.
I know, this is going to be the hot cosplay item of the.
It really is.
Year. Yeah. Pretty cool. Something that's not cool, kids, is smoking. But even worse is when toy companies have to remove cigarettes from toys that they already showed that include cigarettes, and now we get non-cigarette toys. I'm talking, of course, about Super7's The Simpsons line, series whatever, 2 maybe. Krusty the Clown, he was shown. Comes with 2 alternate heads. He comes with Mojo, the monkey.
Right.
One of his alternate heads was supposed to have a cigarette sticking out of it. Mojo was supposed to have a cigarette. There's actually a hand holding a drink that had a cigarette. We all saw this coming, but it's all been cut. There's a new render out. All the cigarettes are gone. So let's see. Mojo. Trying to see what Mojo's hand looked like. So Mojo was like holding a cigarette like this. And now his hand is still up. But now it's like, he's like, pizzazz. And then Krusty.
Mojo was Homer's helper monkey.
This is another.
Yeah, that's a
monkey
different helper monkey. You have to look up.
Apologies. You are the Simpsons expert. You need to correct me.
I caught you quick. I think it's like it's Mr. something.
Let's see. I'm going to click on his picture on Google and see. Mr. Teeny? Is that right?
Yeah, Mr. Teeny. Yeah, Mr. Teeny is correct.
Okay, there you go. So not Mojo. I apologize to the fictional monkey.
That's all right. Pray for Mojo, everybody.
Pray for Mojo. So the other change in this set is the head with the cigarette sort of had Krusty like angry side eyes, and now the head is angry front eyes. So I don't know if that's a little shot at Todd McFarlane and his side eyes, but this I think there
Krusty.
Was an understanding that this probably was going to get changed because it's a Disney property now, as odd as that may be. Simpsons belongs to Disney. They don't want their characters smoking death sticks like in this episode 2. Like, would you like some death sticks? A little heavy-handed there with the messaging, George. So yeah, still a great figure, this Krusty the Clown figure, but I guess just a little less problematic now because he's a non-smoker in this version.
Right.
Have they gone back and edited any of the original cartoons on Disney Plus?
Oh, can you imagine?
Well, they messed with the aspect ratio at first. People were mad enough about that.
They did, and then they went back and included the different, setting for it.
Yeah.
God, I think they just get by it with just posting that it has depictions of tobacco.
Yeah.
And they leave it up to the parent at that point as to whether or not the child.
I mean, my God, have you watched Pinocchio lately? That movie is
Pinocchio
horrific.
is great. That description on Pinocchio on Disney Plus is amazing. Amazing.
They got literal children depicted smoking and drinking and all sorts of debauchery in that is it Fantasyland or no? What did they call it? Pleasure Island, right? Because that's what the actual like the physical place on Disney property. It was called Pleasure Island, based on Pinocchio, which is now Downtown Disney, part of it. No, is that what it's called now? What is it called?
Isn't it just Downtown Disney or Disney Springs?
Disney Springs, that's right. It was Downtown Disney, now it's Disney Springs. I can't keep up. Still called MGM instead of Hollywood Studios. So, I don't know when Super7 sent out an update on their stuff, and one of the Turtle series is going to come sooner than like its numerical order. So obviously 1 came out. I think, did series 2 even get shipped yet for Turtles?
Yeah. They've been out.
Oh yeah, because the first 4 series had 1 turtle. That's what it is.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So whatever they're on, 5 or 6, somewhere it's flipped and it's like they're still reviewing the sculpts for one series, but the other series is like being loaded onto the ships.
Oh wow.
So it's a mess. It's a mess over there. I'm trying to think if I have anything still pre-ordered from Super7. I did pre-order a bunch of their Power Ranger stuff, the Zords and Rita. So I don't know when those are. I'm like, I pre-order this stuff, and then it's sort of like, it's like when you buy stock and you just forget about it, because it's like,
of course,
you're not gonna, it's like crypto, where like it just falls down to zero, and then like you hope in 10-20 years maybe it'll have a rebound or something. So like,
it's like my 401k. I just leave it alone.
Just leave it. There's nothing. When it comes, it comes.
Yes.
And it ain't coming for a while. But I'm looking forward to those. Speaking of things that toy companies don't want you to have, DC has a mandate for Todd McFarlane that none of the DC toys can include guns or arrows, apparently, according, or
oh really? Arrows
as it relates to Green Arrow, because his figure does not come with any arrows in that quiver.
So what is he, green person at that point too?
He's green. He's green bow, because he has the bow, just no arrows.
He's got the bow, no arrow, no project. Oh my god!
But Todd knows that we are gun obsessed in this country, so he is going to release a blister pack full of guns that will be in scale with all your toys. Yeah, for all your murder and mayhem. So, are they any?
And it's a decent price too. It's only $14.99.
Wow, I mean that is pretty good. Are there any specific weapons that go, like, is Peacemaker's gun in there?
I don't believe. Oh, that's a good question. I don't believe it is.
Okay.
I think you get the guns obviously for like Red Hood, like the Robin version of Red Hood.
Yeah.
Joker obviously gets some guns. There's some long revolvers in there. Mm-hmm. But I think this is almost billed as not necessarily just for the DC multiverse, but for his whole line of action figures. So Spawn can have them. Spawn. What else is he doing right now? I don't even know. It's DC and Spawn.
Does he still have the Harry Potter license? Do they have guns in that?
Oh God.
I'm trying to find the picture of the guns, but I can't. But I'll flash it right here.
Yes. Well, I messaged you. It should be on your Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I look at that. They're doing. I'm not a huge Lego guy. Some people are really, really into Legos. My son is starting to get into Legos, but he gets frustrated at anything that's too complicated. So I won't be buying him this set. But they're doing an Optimus Prime Lego set. And he transforms, apparently. You don't have to, like, pull him apart like Bricklow or whatever. Okay. The old Hasbro sets. Creo? Yeah. So he actually transforms without breaking him apart.
Oh, that's some engineering there.
Sure. Do you care? Do you care about Lego Transformers?
Not really, no.
Yeah. All right, here are the guns. Not a ton of paint, but I guess they're guns. They don't really have that. A lot of black. Oh, there's like the Joker gun with a really long barrel. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what Peacemaker's gun looks like, but I feel like it's silver and I'm not seeing it. So there's like one that has a rocket launcher at the end of it.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I think people will pick that up for like G.I. Joe and stuff too.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
I don't know if I need that. Yeah, so Lego Optimus Prime. I don't care. Whatever. There's an audience there for it. Maybe. I wonder if there's a lot of crossover between Transformers and Lego. I feel like those almost satisfy the same itch, but in different ways. So I wonder if you're either a fan of one, you don't really care about the other. We're not really hardcore Transformer fans either right now, other than Beast Wars. So I don't feel qualified to cast those aside. Maybe there is a lot of crossover between the fandoms.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I sent you this quote from a story, this line from a story. Peter Dinklage's The Toxic Avenger rated R for gore and graphic nudity. So let's break this down for a second. Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones. What's his character's name from that?
Tyrion Lannister.
Sure. Okay. So Elf. Yes. He's a small human. He is. Is he the Toxic Avenger in this? Do you know anything about this?
You literally sent me a link, and I was like, wait, what is this? I had to look it up, and it looked like news from like 4 years ago.
Oh, is it old?
I couldn't.
Is it not even happening?
I couldn't find any
3 days
updated
ago.
news.
Hollywood Reporter 3 days ago.
I'm literally sitting at my hotel at the time looking this up, and I'm like, wait, this is news from like 3 years ago too.
The star-filled reboot, also featuring Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood, might live up to its hardcore predecessor. So there you go.
That's a tough one to live up to. There's some violence in that.
Yeah.
Some over-the-top cartoon violence.
That wasn't in theaters. That was just one of those trauma movies that, like,
exactly.
You had to buy from a catalog. You couldn't actually.
Yes.
Like, it's amazing that it has such a place in pop culture.
Of course,
because it just came out of nowhere. That it put trauma on the map for better or worse. But it is amazing.
Yeah, no, that's it's just strange. It's
very strange. Yeah,
but yeah, is he the Toxic Avenger? Is he just producing this? Is this something he's really passionate about? It's weird.
I'm trying to just find if he's gonna play this. I mean, I guess they could CGI him and make him tall. I just don't know. I don't know. He had a quote. Peter Dinklage did, and I think it was like against the upcoming Wizard of Oz movie, and he was like, I don't know the stance he was taking on it, but it offended several little person professional wrestlers, specifically the man that we know as Hornswoggle from WWE. Yeah. He went on TV to play counterpoint to whatever Tyrion Lannister was saying.
Oh,
so there's some tension in the little person acting community.
I think, remember when they did that with Willy Wonka or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they just cast
just that one guy,
Deep Roy. Yeah, it was just Deep Roy in the.
There was like behind the scenes footage of that or something, and it was like so disturbing. And not that it wasn't disturbing in the final product, but there was something even worse about what they were showing in the other footage.
Yeah,
that movie. I don't know. Just anything Johnny Depp touches is just weird. Maybe even worse in retrospect. Now that we know all that we know about him and his antics. Yeah. You, my friend, are a big glow-in-the-dark toy fan. Correct?
I am. Okay.
You are. Yeah. I know. You've said that before. I want to talk about how suddenly they're just doing random glow-in-the-dark variants of toys. Super7 is a big perpetrator of this. They put out I always mix them up. It was either Muckman or Mutagen Man. I think it was Mutagen Man, right? Super7,
right?
The one we gave away. That makes a little sense.
It does.
Now they are doing glow-in-the-dark Foot Soldier, which to me is just a cash grab. Just a way to reuse that mold and try to squeeze some extra money out of it.
Sure.
And the funny thing is, a lot of their exclusives end up on different e-tailers. Like Entertainment Earth will go and be the exclusive home of this item.
Yeah,
they didn't want the Foot Soldier, the glow in the dark Mutagen Man. Clearly not doing super well. They gave them to us to give away. They're part of an outlet deal on the website. They're really trying. It's going to end up like those Rose figures from Star Wars, where they're going to have like a bouquet of Mutagen Man for next Valentine's Day. They're just having trouble. So it's interesting that this new Foot Soldier glow in the dark is not appearing on Entertainment Earth. So I wonder if they were like, you know what? I think we're all set with the glow in the dark exclusives for right now. But they did take a different glow in the dark exclusive. Let me just confirm the best action from whatchamacallit?
Oh my god.
What are they called? Loyal subjects. The loyal subjects.
Yes, thank you.
They have a couple of sets, and it looks like these pre-sold out. So these, good for them, I guess. They have a Casey Jones, and his accessories glow in the dark. So his hockey
so nothing
stick,
else does?
It looks like just the accessories. Maybe his mask, or maybe he's just that's just like reflective glow. But it looks like it's just the accessories, which of course makes no sense. Was there a storyline where he had mutated weapons that he was using?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Well, these are San Diego Comic-Con exclusives as well, I believe.
Is that happening? Are we doing that?
I haven't heard. That's due out in what, June, July usually?
I feel like it is happening because I think I saw something about emails going out about the hotels and how they have to you have to scramble to try to get a hotel, and there's a whole lottery system.
Sure.
But I'm not tuned into that, so I don't know. But I mean, everything's happening now. Nobody's shutting down events anymore. So
no,
probably happening. Maybe we'll see the return of Comic-Con exclusives this year. First time in 2 years, 3 years?
Because they ended 2 years, so maybe
2019
they had it in
was
2019.
The last time.
Yeah, not 20 and not 21.
Not 21. So this will be the first time. So we'll see. We'll see if it's back completely. If Hasbro still sticks with their own their show they created, their Hasbro PulseCon.
I like the PulseCon.
Mattel did their own
thing.
It's
nice. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a good. I think that promotes good fan service and interaction, and really just keeps everybody in tune and happy.
You don't have to fly to San Diego and spend all that money just to buy some things. Then they're doing. I guess this one's not glow in the dark, but this is another the loyal subjects thing, where it's Rocksteady and Bebop in. I feel it's like when they're dying in the video game and they flash like orange and red. Yeah,
they have like a sepia tone to them. So it's almost
that's a 2-pack.
Right.
And I guess that's all.
Nothing new there. It's just you get their pre-mutated forms as well. So it's just
you get those pieces,
recolored figures.
I don't know where that one is exclusive to because I'm not seeing it on Entertainment Earth, and I thought that's where it was. So you can pre-order the normal figures for $20, and it's supposed to be out in May. The turtle figures, which were at Walmart, some places I never saw them. They didn't look great, and it's not like they're cheap. Like it's one thing if they were $5
a piece. Right, they're $18 a piece. I saw a whole end cap of them, surprisingly. A whole end cap.
You did see them? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw 15 of each figure.
Damn.
At one Walmart. But they're good.
Like to see them in person.
You can swap out. Yeah, you can swap out the NECA figures for them and return the NECA set pretty easily.
I would want to do that. Are you saying you would put these figures in the NECA box, or you put the NECA figures in this box?
No, you'd put the loyal subject figures in the NECA box, and then
there you go.
The NECA box.
No, you get some cheap. Yes. You need to get cheaper figures than this. $20. Figures. You're not saving. If you're going to be a scumbag and return figures, you might as well get some cheapos. Get like that Amazon set that has the bootleg figures in it.
Oh man, can you imagine? Oh, that's real low. That's bad.
This is a good segue. While we're talking about scumbags that do fig swapping, I bought a figure at Target a couple weeks ago, maybe a little less than that, from the AEW line, Evil Uno, part of the Dark Order. Very unique looking figure, sort of like the Gimp from that Bruce Willis movie that escapes me at the moment. You know what I'm talking about. Pulp Fiction. There you go. But he is a character on TV. I think this is a very unique figure. I like the Jazzwares figures. They're solid. They're good as wrestling figures. So I bought him. I had him in my trunk for a little while. I forgot some stuff. I don't know if you saw the TikTok this week. I just had stuff in there. I just forgot to take it out. I finally took it out, and I noticed on the back of the box there was a cut line, a straight cut line, and then sort of curved up below where the trading card pack is, which is packaged behind the figure.
Okay.
So immediately I'm like, okay, someone tampered with this set they wanted to get at the trading cards, but I saw the silver packaging behind the figure. So this is what I saw back there. Oops. So I knew the set was still there.
Yeah.
So opening it up, I was like, okay, what's going to be in here? This is what. So I opened it up, and this was already opened. Like, I didn't open this anymore. Someone had opened the little silver package it comes in, but it still came with 3 cards, and they are AEW cards. And you got Britt Baker, Miro, Butcher and the Blade. So it came with what it's supposed to. I wonder if the person had 3 other cards and maybe he was seeing what he could get. But I mean, I bought a tampered with figure.
That seems very, there needs to be like a sleight of hand when you're doing the swaps or you're doing a pull. Yeah, you're taking stuff out. Well, I guess never mind. I take that back. If he purchased it and then returned it, that's a whole other story. I take it all back. So
I don't know what happened with this, because this is the first time I had seen this series. Well, actually, that's not true. So I think the day before or a couple days before, I went and they had 1 figure from the series on the shelves, and then I went back the next day or a couple of days, and then this one was there, and another version, there were 2 of the other figure I saw. So it's possible somebody did buy them, brought them back, and that's what they did. So maybe it didn't happen in stores.
Right.
But this just goes to show, when we make the transition to the plastic-less packaging, it is going to be effing nightmare. It is going to be like, how can you even buy stuff from stores without opening it in stores and inspecting it? Like, you're going to get home,
right?
There's going to be a freaking potato in there, and you're going to have to bring it back and be like, excuse me, I bought this toy, but instead of a toy, there was a potato in there. And they're going to be like, I don't believe you. Get out. You're banned.
You put that potato in there, sir. Speaking of enclosed cardboard boxes, I did notice down in Disney that a lot of the princess items have moved towards the fully cardboard, and the packages themselves. The art on the outside is very stylized, so you don't know what kind of figure you're getting in there.
You don't know.
It was strange to see. I was like, it's almost unnerving.
Yeah,
seeing it, because you don't know what it is.
You don't know.
At least with the Avatar figures that were $50, you knew exactly what they looked like. But these are just like boxes, and like, of course it's Disney. Of course they've got well-stocked items on all their stuff because they want to push the product.
Sure.
But seeing it was just so abundant, and just the amount. And like, nobody was buying this stuff just because it's like, well, what is it?
Yeah.
What am I buying into?
Unless they have one out of the box, and they do that at like the Disney Springs gift shop. They have like one you can see, and then below it's all the box. But yeah, I don't want to waste my time on something that I don't know what it's going to look like.
It's an odd thing we're moving towards.
I just wonder,
it's going to be an odd thing. It's going to be weird for the next 2 years.
If sales are immediately affected, do they pull an audible? Do they try something else? Like, now that they've said this is for the environment, how do you go back and be like, just kidding, F the environment?
Yeah, we couldn't save any money on oil. That's what it is.
Right. Yeah, like, we found out that it's actually cheaper to do plastic. So. And then at the end of the day, the toy is made of plastic, so their argument is sort of invalid.
God.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm already having enough trouble with the stuff that's in plastic, not noticing. I remember a time there was like a Rob Van Dam figure, like the first new Rob Van Dam figure that Mattel was making prior to this current release. And I was like so excited, I grabbed it, and like I almost walked out without realizing that it was a swapped figure, an old figure in there. I'm like, God damn it. Like,
you have to be so careful.
The minute that you get rid of the plastic window, the one guy in each town that does this is just going to have a field day. He's just going to take everything, and then you're going to see all these loose listings on eBay for the figures.
Of course.
I hope the tax man comes after that guy. Leave the rest of us alone.
Well, I think at some point they have to say, well, how much stuff are you returning, sir? Please stop.
Yeah, you would hope so. But then I don't
You
like
would.
the flip side of that is like if I return something, I don't want to be on that list. Like I buy
No, of
stuff
course
and
not.
return it. I don't want to be grouped in with that guy. That's not fair.
Oh, scumbag list.
Scumbag list. It's gonna be the end of collecting. Like I don't want to exaggerate, but I see this causing more strife amongst the community than anything else that has happened
Oh, sure.
in recent years. So that's depressing. I was a big I don't know about you. I was a big Earthworm Jim fan when that game came out. Were you likewise a
I
big fan?
wanted to be. Was
Mhm.
he exclusively on Super Nintendo, or did he find his way onto Sega?
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say he was on Sega because that's what I remember playing it on, but I don't. I can't be 100% on that. I feel like I played
Yeah.
him on Sega.
I had Sega, and it seemed like one of those games that I'd want to play because it would be
Mhm.
one of the ones that they'd always have at Toys R Us
Right.
on the demo station where you could play it before it was just always Vector Man. But
Vector Man, yeah.
yeah, no, it's a good question. I think I really wanted to get into Earthworm Jim. I know you were into it a lot more than I was. You had the
Yeah.
figures.
It's one of those things where I really like the design of the character, and that was enough.
Yeah.
They did a
Oh,
cartoon.
sure.
They had a Playmates put out a toy line.
Right.
So Playmates, the characters looked pretty accurate. Didn't have a lot of articulation, but the Earthworm Jim figure, he had an action feature where his head, because he was just an earthworm, he didn't have a body, but
Right.
he visced into a suit, and that's what gave him his big
Right.
muscle body. So the head would shoot out like a missile.
Yes.
So I like those a lot. The company that is doing Barnyard Commandos and Madballs and Battletoads, they are taking a
yes.
crack at
Premium
Earthworm
DNA.
Jim. Yeah. So like I know this company has finally started to deliver on some of their stuff. So like I feel a little bit better about them, but there's
Right.
still like there's like a level of professionalism with the way their product is presented that I feel is lacking. Like all of their photos seem like they're just like very quickly taken in a back room. Like they don't like wait for proper lighting, or like they just like have to quickly snap a photo. Like there's just something with the way the presentation of their stuff is presented
Okay.
that I wish was a little bit better. It would make me feel a little more comfortable about supporting them. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't necessarily a slight, but they are doing some wacky scales with the figures. So the characters that are big, they're making them real big and real
Sure.
expensive. So I want to support. I love Battletoads. I love the characters. I love Earthworm Jim. I would love to support these. There's just like this nagging part of me. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Right.
So if
Well, I know I have the Mad Balls figures, and they're gigantic. They're bigger than you'd think they would be. They're about 7-8 inches tall. About 7
You know what's
inches.
interesting? Okay, so all these figures are the same price with Wave 1. I don't know. I guess I don't see them next to each other. I take back a little bit of what I was saying, because the photos that they have here, they like crop out the background. It looks fine. Actually with the Earthworm Jim stuff, it looks fine. So I take back what I was saying. They haven't shown off Earthworm Jim yet. He's still a silhouette on their page.
Okay.
$50, not cheap. But you got to
No.
imagine these aren't big runs. It's gonna be
Right.
limited product.
I like that
know.
Professor Monkey for a head. That was pretty funny.
They
to
even
see.
gave the monkey body some articulation. Oh, they gave him double jointed knees, like way more than he needs. Yeah, I mean, these are fun. These are really fun looking figures. I probably wouldn't buy them just because of the price alone.
It's
That's
a tough one to
little,
swallow there.
yeah, it's a little
–
too high of a barrier for me to climb right now.
Sure.
I don't know when. It says Q2 2023, so you're looking at a year on these. But do you have to pay right away? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, they look pretty good. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the other characters. Well, on the show, did you ever watch the show?
No.
He had a sidekick that I think was like a little puppy, and then when he got mad, he became like a very large mad character.
Okay.
But I can't remember enough.
So some kind of werepuppy.
He was like a purple, werepuppy. I think I had that figure too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? Peter Puppy. There you go.
Peter Puppy.
So
So cute.
I don't know. Oh, you know what's funny? Speaking of cartoons from when we were younger, my son has been pulling up Sonic cartoons, Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons,
Right.
and he came across that original iteration of the cartoon that I remember watching when I was like super into Sonic. So that must have come out right after Sonic 2 because it has Tails in it.
Yeah.
But the animation is so distinct from any other version of Sonic. Like his head is very round and Tails is brown. And the stuff they do with Robotnik is like a little sexual. Like they had him in a thong in one episode.
Oh.
It made me like a little uncomfortable in retrospect. Like
Is that the one that's he's got the really good theme song at the beginning?
Say that again.
Is that the version of the Sonic cartoon with the really cool intro?
It might be. I'm trying to
Where he's like,
find...
Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude.
That sounds pretty 90s, so that could be. I'm trying to see. I think there was also another Sonic cartoon at almost the same time.
Okay. This one was on Fox. I know that much.
Okay, so this article says Sonic the Hedgehog, usually referred to as Sat AM, premiered 2 weeks later and ran 26 episodes over 2 seasons. So there were 2 almost concurrent Sonic series.
Okay. Odd.
Sat AM. Why is it called that?
Saturday AM?
I guess that's just what they called it.
That's weird.
I don't know who did the voice. I almost want to say it was the voice, the actor that does Urkel. There's just something in me that feels like
White.
that. I almost feel. Oh shit! No.
Oh shit!
Let me. Oh shit! Wait, I don't know. I'm gonna find this really quick. Sonic cartoon voices.
My son's big into
right.
like the.
It 100% is Jaleel White, and Jim Cummings
nice.
was Dr. Eggman. So this was a star-studded cartoon.
Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
My son's big into the Pixar shorts recently.
The ones that they would show before the movies.
Right. So he likes that one with the dumpling called Bao.
Oh, that's so sad. They're all sad, but that one's especially sad.
Well, he only likes the part with the baby dumpling. He doesn't like when the dumpling grows up and like leaves. Yeah. He's like, I don't like the woman. I don't like her. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I want to watch the baby dumpling. It's like, okay, I'll rewind it again.
So demanding.
He is a very bossy kid.
There's one short where they're at a playground and dad is pushing the kid, and the kid I think has superpowers, and he does something and the dad's like, why can't you just be normal? And it's like, sure. Damn, I feel that. Oh, you're just mad at your kid, but then you're like, what did I just say to him? Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, our 5-year-old is just a terror as of late. A terror. Yeah. He just is so independent and is just telling us no. And we took TV away tonight and he cried for like 20 minutes straight being like, I'm sorry. But then we went all the rest of the night without TV and he was so much better. So clearly the TV is the problem. But he's so hooked on all the shows that if we tell him he can't have it, he has a meltdown.
Yeah. I tell my daughter's the YouTube. I tell her, no, you can't watch this YouTube. I even went as far as like installing YouTube Kids. So I could kind of censor what she was watching a little bit. Yeah. And she still found ways around it. And
they're so smart. They're smarter than us with technology. We are the last generation that lived part of our lives before the internet. So these kids,
I saw a TV VCR combo for free on the side of the road, and I was like, I was like, those actually cost money. I should have grabbed it.
You should have.
Ugh.
What were you thinking not picking that up?
I don't know.
There was a period of time where Goodwill was just like stacked with the VCRs, and now I'm sure they're all gone.
Really?
People are just grabbing that stuff. Grab them cakes. What's that from? Grab them cakes.
I don't know.
Golden Girls? Grab that dough is from Golden Girls. Grab them cakes. Oh, that was from the wrestling album Junkyard Dog's theme song. It's called Grab Them Cakes. Here's a clip of that right now. I don't know why. We talk a lot about McDonald's Happy Meal toys and how we never know what's coming up. This time I have some inside information. They are re-releasing the little individual Disney characters in the attraction rides that came out years ago, maybe, that had a QR code
about a year ago
that took you to something that was not intentional. I don't know if it was as bad as like adult content, but it took you somewhere that Disney and McDonald's did not want you to go. So these were the most with the correct ones.
They are right. These are the most. This was the most disappointing thing to return to from the trip, because we touched down at like 1:30. The kids hadn't really eaten lunch. We're like, let's just go get a quick Happy Meal, and we're like, oh wow, Disney 50th stuff, or it might be something new. And no, it's the stuff they already have.
Oh, you already have them?
Yeah.
This
was the set that I just went right to McDonald's and they were like, oh, do you just want to buy a set? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to just buy a set.
So you had them all? You had the ones with the
I already have them all.
Did you
now
try to go to it?
No, I think they shut it down by that point.
Yeah.
I
wonder if they were worth anything for like a second.
So now I have 2 more Mickey and Minnie convertibles that I'm not going to really need.
There's one or two from that set that didn't get released for some reason, and then now there's a gold Goofy. There's a Goofy that has a gold hat. It's like a chase. There's gonna be Happy Meal chase figures out. What have we done? What have we done? I don't think I picked up a bunch of Happy Meal toys that are similar to this at Once Upon a Child. I don't know if these are exact, because I think that I got the ones that all hook together. Did these all hook together and make
these
like a
all
train?
hook together? Yes.
So maybe that is what I got, because the dinosaur mini looks familiar.
Right.
I don't remember the other ones.
My kid loved that ride. That was bizarre.
Oh, dinosaur, really?
Loved it.
Was she tall enough? I didn't think Charlie was tall enough.
Yeah, she's tall enough.
That 1 year makes a big difference.
She couldn't ride. What could Aerosmith? And I think she could ride Tower of Terror. She couldn't ride the Aerosmith coaster.
She was gonna go on Aerosmith if she could ride it.
I didn't get to go on it either. No, none of us. I wouldn't have sent her on it. Her big one was Slinky Dog Dash.
That's a legit roller coaster.
No, my wife brought her on Everest, and we have a picture of her going down.
Oof.
And it's like absolutely, she's like the most. She's like absolutely terrified. Like when you do the drop.
Yeah,
I'll send you the photo. It's hilarious.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's scary. That one's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary for me as a 38-year-old and 5-year-old. Jesus H.
I know.
Well, that's fun.
I didn't get to go on Everest. I went on very few My son loved the Barnstormer. That was good.
That was pretty good. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's a decent
Wait,
one.
your son? How old is your son? 2 years old? He went on
he's tall enough.
Roller coaster?
Yeah, the Barnstormer.
I don't remember how big kids are. I think I only have an idea of my sons are 6 months and 5 years. I was like,
sure,
2-year-olds big enough to go on a roller coaster? Jesus.
Yeah, on the Goofy Barnstormer.
I know, but it's like it's a kid's roller coaster, but it's still a roller coaster. I don't know.
It is.
My 5-year-old was scared to go on it.
We went on it 3 times. He loved it.
Oh my lord. Well, that's good.
I know. Crazy kids.
My kid wouldn't even go on Little Mermaid because he was scared to walk through the queue because it gets dark. We have different
that's
issues.
funny.
we have different barriers to overcome in our household.
Yeah.
I mentioned in the past that I, in theory, like these Mego figures, the world's greatest superhero figures.
Right.
Mostly because of my affinity for Toy Fair Theater and Twisted Mego Theater, as it was originally called. So they've re-released these as like through this other company was doing them, Figures Inc. or Toys, whatever. But they put them out on cards, which is wrong. They should be in the boxes. I sent you a press release. Dr. Mego says that they're going to re-release those original Marvel World Superheroes, or the DC ones. Maybe is it Marvel and DC? I think it just showed DC because it had Batman.
Sure.
But those ones with the oven gloves, the oven mitts, and they're gonna have them in boxes. He says. So we'll see. We'll see if those happen. I might be interested in getting a set to display.
Yep.
It's nice having like the chances to get these retro figures. Dr. Mego, PhD, or DMD. No, I don't know that he holds an actual degree. This is unofficial doctorate. Could he write us prescriptions? Are you a real doctor?
Sure. Someone stole my prescription pad. Oh, no.
Are you familiar with the chicken restaurant PDQ? Do you have those up in Massachusetts?
We don't.
Okay. I am now unofficially a influencer for PDQ. I love PDQ.
Okay.
This is no joke. I go almost every Friday. They have this sauce, Buffalo Blue. It's buffalo sauce with little blue cheese in there. It's amazing. So the last 2 weeks I just like took a selfie there using my fancy new phone.
Right.
And I posted them. And then last week I tweeted it and I was like, I'm going to keep posting these selfies until PDQ makes me a clucking influencer. And they responded and they retweeted it and they liked it. And they said, give us your loyalty number. We're going to add some free points to your account. So nice. I am being paid in free chicken, which is not taxable. If Uncle Sam is watching, I don't think it's taxable. It has no monetary value, but I am very excited. I don't know if that was a one-time thing, but I'm definitely going to tweet some more stuff. And if they would like to sponsor our podcast, we'll put a little graphic right here on the TikTok. It's brought to you by PDQ, the best chicken ever. better than Chick-fil-A. Open on Sundays. Yeah.
PDQ.
What's your favorite chicken restaurant?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I guess Chick-fil-A is a hassle to get to.
Yeah.
They're all right.
I never went to Chick-fil-A
KFC.
in Massachusetts. I feel like that was a newer thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they popped up. KFC's too hard to come by, so I don't really have a big chicken restaurant. Popeyes was
you got to open a PDQ up there. You'll be king of the chicken.
King of the chicken.
King Cluck. That's got to be something, right? That's too good. King Cluck must exist. Maybe that's one of Sonic's villains.
Maybe. Anything else for this week?
Oh, you're wrapping us up. You got somewhere to be?
Quickly, yeah.
Okay. No, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for us. All right. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.